We got a good start this morning. We got the timing belt cover on, sealed, upper water neck on, sealed up, ready to start putting in some spark plugs, install the radiator. Intake belts.
Alright, so I'm not going to use any anti-seize on these, I'm just going to stick them in dry. Just kidding. Because the stuff we've been using is actually specifically for spark plugs. It's like this conductive coppery stuff. So So these are little NGK Japanese spark plugs, just regular old NGK ones. They're not the platinums or anything. They should be perfect for this engine. I don't know, I always have really good luck with Bosch NGK. I don't know, just hasn't been as good in my little motors, engines. I know most guys swear by them for Toyotas, which is totally cool. It's not.
I've always used the Iridiums, even on my 1JZs.
Yeah, the 1JZ's a lot higher compression though. Probably got more spark too.
Oh yeah, they're not for that motor, that's for sure. But the other ones I've always liked.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you see us have to hammer this thing off of here, and it took forever, and I was afraid I was going to screw up the seal? So basically, put some lube on that, clean that out just a little bit with a brush. Look at that. That's how it should fit. Bam.
Now that we have all the spark plugs in, the airbox installed, and the clutch fan on, we're actually ready to go ahead and install the radiator. Our customer bought a brand new one, which you always should when you rebuild an engine or had a bad head gasket before. Always buy a new radiator. So we're going to pull that out of the box with the shroud on it and install it. Brandon's over here at the old one here. Pull the shroud off real quick. As you bros can tell, it's aftermarket, so there's plastic tanks on it, but that's typical aftermarket.
Yep.
But it looks like the shroud points are the same. It should bolt in right, and that's what's important.
Trying to forget you, I'm all alone in a ghost town. There's a beautiful madness inside my soul, and I can't stop thinking of you. Walking on the lonely avenue. Are you, are you, are you? My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me, baby.
Those things are catching on the transmission power steering cooler lines that run side by side. Super.
Oh, this is a fan too. Wow. There's actually a really big gap around this fan.
Griffin radiators that makes the stock radiator don't use. Now that we got our radiator installed, the upper shroud installed, we have this lower like shroud piece that goes on. Then we got our hood bolts and our other little clamps here for the cooling hoses. And then our customer wants us to put a new oil cooler on the engine. The engine company says to put a new oil cooler on. A new oil cooler is $600 through Toyota, so I'd say just clean this one. But our customer wants us to install a new one, so he's going to track one down. So we're going to push this vehicle out today and start it up next week because he wants to wait for that part. We're going to move on to doing some work on the Dune Foreigner. The front shock towers need to come off and the shocks need to come off in preparation for its four-wheel underground 3-link. Let's get into this.
Can't stop thinking of you. Walking on the lonely avenue. Are you, are you, are you? My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me, baby. My love so wild, please give me a sign. My love so wild, please give me a sign.
Now that we got our customer's pickup mostly finished, besides our oil cooler and the upper radiator hose, we're going to go ahead and push it outside and get the blue Foreigner in here. And we're going to cut the shock mounts off the tan Foreigner and the shocks so they can go onto the blue Foreigner. Stay tuned. Now that we're done moving these vehicles around, it's kind of a bitch, we can actually start taking the front shocks off the tan Foreigner. Since we're linking the tan Foreigner, there's no reason to just sell the shocks on Craigslist. They're the same shocks I need for the blue Foreigner, so I'm just going to take those shocks and the shock towers and put them on that truck. I ordered the 12-inch Radflow coilovers through Brian like 3 weeks ago, so probably 2 more weeks until they get here. And I have a link system in the loft, so we just gotta wait for those to get here and we can get started on the Dune Foreigner. As well, I need to get a set of 22 by 14s and some 40-inch tires for it. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, let's get into this. As you can see, the Dune Foreigner has quite a lot of suspension travel. So I built it. Just saying. So we're going to get these shocks off here. The bottom shock bolt's being a bitch. It's caught in the powder coat. There's a bunch of shit in the way. So it's going to be a little tough to get them off, but we got this. Now that we got those bitches out of there, out of the way of harm, we're ready to go ahead and pull out our Miller Extreme 650 plasma cutter, put on the 40 amp tips and start cutting these bitches off. It'll be just right here. It'll be like, you know, cut there, there, blam, you know. Pretty straightforward for fabricators like us, so let's get started. Now that we got this driver's side cut off, bros, god damn it, it's so stressful cutting in this freshly painted environment. Look at this. Oh, nasty. All freshly nasty paint. Sanded. Sand. As usual, Brandon cut that off like a boss. Without any issue. So now that we got those cut off there, Brandon's going to pull out our snap-on die grinder and put on some purple 36 grit 3M Rolox. We're going to grind these smooth. Let's get into this. We accomplished a lot today, guys. We got our customers pick up mostly finished. We're waiting for an oil cooler to come and a few little vacuum caps. And then we were able to move all of our 4Runners around, get that all accomplished. We got the tan 4Runner in here, the Dune 4Runner, and we got its shocks removed and we got its shock mounts cut off. We got some of the frame ground down, but we ran out of time. It's Friday, we wanted to get out of here. So next week we'll continue cleaning that up, and then we'll move the 4Runners around again. We'll get the blue one on the lift, and we'll start installing those parts on the 4th Horseman. Thanks for watching and leaving comments. Please like and subscribe. Check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Look at our Facebook /cougarhousegarage.com. Go look at our Instagram and follow us, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.